Welcome to this instruction video on Duosoft field, and in this video I will be talking about how to do a widening leveling graph. Okay, so the leveling for widening procedure is done in order to widen an existing roadway. So Duosoft is able to compute profile heights that will be placed on side poles on the new highway that is to be widened. So at the edge of the area that is to be widened, that's where you're going to be placing your profile poles. So Duosoft will be able to calculate for you the heights that have to be placed on those poles when you're doing that leveling for widening. So in order to get more into detail on leveling for widening, let's start up Duosoft field. So as before, when it asks me to enter a name, I'm going to leave the name as it is, since this is my name. Okay, I'm going to select job. So on the previous video on profile leveling, I was working under the job Road 1 CSV. This is the same job that I'll be working on this video as well. So from here, I'm just going to select OK. So the procedure that I want to do is a leveling. So I'm going to select leveling, and the kind of leveling that I want to do is a widening leveling. So I'm going to select widen. Okay. So with any leveling, you have to start at a known point. That known point can either be a control point, a collection point, or a state point. In this case, I have imported control point, so I'm going to select on control point, and I'm going to select on this down arrow in order to choose as a defined control point. And the control point that I'm going to select is control point number 1. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to place my leveling stuff at control point number 1 and side to control point number 1 with my leveling stuff. So my backside that I'm reading from control point number 1 is 1.259. Okay. So after I've done that, I'm going to select next. Okay. So Duosoft field will calculate a collimation for me from the backside value. Okay, so in order to do leveling for widening, so I have to read to the center line of the existing roadway. So I'm going to place my leveling stuff at the center line of the existing roadway and read the stuff reading there. So in this case, the stuff reading here is 1.271. Okay, so that is the leveling, the stuff reading to the center line. So from my old roadway, I know that the offsets from the center line to the edge were 5 meters on both the left hand side and the right hand side. So in Duosoft field, your left offset is minus, so I'm going to put in minus 5.0, and the right hand offset was 5 meters, so I'm going to put in 5.0. Okay, so what I have to do now is from the center line, I have to go to the edge of the existing road, which is 5 meters from the center, and read to the stuff there. And in this case, my reading is 1.386. That's to the left hand side. So now I'm going to be moving to the right hand side, and I'm going to be reading the stuff reading there on the right hand side. Okay, this is to the existing road, to the edge of the existing roadway. So my stuff reading to the left hand side edge is 1.136. Okay, so now I have to put in a new offset that is the amount that is to the new edge of the highway, because now we are extending this roadway, sorry. So my new extended roadway will be to an offset of 7.5. Okay, since this is to the left, I have to put in a minus 7.5, and on the right 7.5. So what I have to do now to get the height that I have to put on my profile poles is press calculate, and Duosoft will calculate for me the height that I have to put on my profile pole on the top and the bottom name. Okay, so let's say this was at chain age 100. So now I've placed my left and right poles at profile poles and place the height at chain age 100. Now I need to move to the next chain age, let's say chain age 120. So I'm going to move to chain age 120, and I'm going to side the center line at chain age 120, and in this case it's 1.264. Okay, the old offsets on the left and the right, those are still the same on this chainage, and the new offsets are still the same, but the staff readings have changed. So I have to go now and put in the new the staff readings to the edge of the existing highway. So I'm going to start with the left one. So if I side the left one, I'm getting 1.780. Okay, so now I'm going to side the right one, and I'm getting 1.530. Okay, so in order to get the updated values that I have to put on my profile poles at this new chainage, I have to select, press calculate, and Duosoft will calculate the new height that I have to put on my profile poles. So in order to go further and further into my roadway and continue putting the profile poles and the heights for widening, all I have to do is whenever I move to a new chainage, I have to side the center line and get the staff reading at the center line. I have to make sure that the offset is still the offset that I'm using. If it's not the case, I have to change it. Okay, I have to side to the edge of the old offset and read the staff reading and put it there for the right hand side and there for the left hand side. Make sure that the new offset is also updated if I'm still using this new offset for the widening or it has changed, and then press calculate in order to get the profile height to be placed on my profile poles. Okay, and that in short is how you do the leveling for widening in Duosoft field. Thank you.